Welcome back to Saints Row 2. So, we're trying to put off the future, so why don't we cover all of the activity intros we haven't done? Because at this point, I really don't have any rewards I want, and I have all the rep I need.
Sit down, sit down. Hey, you look good. Different, but good.
I've been getting that a lot lately.
Well, it's true. Hey, word is you're still running with the Saints.
Actually, I'm running the Saints.
Ah, really? That's great. Hey, you know, I, got a promotion myself.
Out of the loan sharking business?
Yeah, Mike and Dan decided to go be professional poker players, so I figured it was time to do bigger and better things.
Like what?
I've moved into films.
No shit. What have you worked on?
Well, let's see, Cock of Cthulhu starring D.P. Lovecrack, Bukkake High School 31 starring Abby Hammerstein, The Cable Man from Bangalore starring Anoop the Indian Hammer Shaker.
Classics in our own time.
Ain't that the truth? Anyway, I got a couple of flicks opening up soon, and I'd like for you to run security. Porn fans are, well, porn fans. And I don't want nothing to happen to my talent, you know?
I love showbiz.
So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing the level 1s for these. There are differences, like, in certain missions you get taken to different places. This version of Crowd Control has its own set of areas you go to. Completely missed that I could throw this guy into the gong. Elected to do something less useful, but then I saw this over here, which is a couple of statues that set people on fire. So, I mean, obviously I had to do that for a bit. So, anyway, in the meantime, I'd like to mention real quick, in my 360 file, Enemy of My Enemy, the, Brotherhood mission where we were on the boat, when I went to the ammo spots, I got a smaller overall cap of rockets for the rocket launcher, but I could refill them. I thought that was important to note.
Thanks for stopping by. The Brothers of Theta appreciate it.
The Brothers of Theta better have cash.
Don't worry, we'll scratch one of our pub crawls. That should cover whatever you charge.
So what's the problem?
Those Jagoffs in Gamma beat our step team. Now they think they hot shit. We need someone to knock them down a peg.
You got anything I can use so they know you sent the message?
This year we bought a flame suit for pledge hazing. You think you can find a way to work that in?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, different courses for trailblazing.
3, 2,
But
1.
same overall idea. Alright, so, let's see what we have over here. Well, we've got another for sale sign. I think I mentioned this before, I have zero plans to actually buy everything in Stillwater. Especially without achievements, I have no way of really knowing when I've bought everything, but I will buy a bunch of things. Anyway, here's Fuzz. The second one.
Thank you so much for coming in on short notice. You are a lifesaver.
Still a little confused why I got a call from a casting director's assistant.
Right. So here's the thing. After like 2 years of doing laundry for my boss, he finally allowed me to cast tonight's episode of Fuzz.
Still confused.
Right. Well, the officer that agreed to let us film them ended up getting sent to the hospital, so I kind of need a last-minute replacement. I saw your mugshot on the news, and you're a perfect match.
So you want me to pretend to be a cop on national TV?
All you have to do is drive around and give us some good footage.
Like good footage making arrests, or good footage knocking a shirtless guy into a kiddie pool?
Miranda doesn't make for good TV.
Yeah, I can help.
It's time for some vulgar...
Alright, so anyway, as for rewards you get for these, this one, it is police notoriety reduction, which is the most useful notoriety reduction, because cops are always a problem.
I want to start moving some product through the North Island, but the Ronin aren't making it easy. I don't mind going in there and making the deals, but you gotta give me some heavy support. I got a friend who has an attack chopper on blocks you can borrow, so that should be interesting. That plane is giving the...
Alright, so yeah, once again this is Heli Assault. Same deal. Skipping past even the tutorial. But anyway, that one just gets you, a discount on weapons, which isn't bad, but not really something I need anymore. Ah, great, Septic Avenger is next.
You have a lovely office.
Please, do you really think I'd meet you anywhere public? Look on the bright side. At least we're not on a boat.
I'm glad you can joke about your husband's death.
I'm crying on the inside, I assure you. What do you want? Justice.
Then call the cops.
I said I wanted justice.
Who pissed you off?
Ultors made fortunes by standing on the shoulders of my husband. The gentrification of Saints Row was first referred to as the Hughes Initiative, then the Ultor Hughes Initiative, and now just the Ultor Initiative. My husband's legacy has been stolen, and if I can't benefit from it, neither can Ultor. I want you to devalue their property.
I'm gonna need the name of the septic company the city's got a contract with.
Why do you need to know that?
You'll see.
Okay, so the reward for this one is a discount on food and liquor.
Monica told
But
me
really
about
the more
that.
important thing is, yeah, that's a mission where you actually get to help out Monica Hughes, the wife of the, I guess, main villain of the first game.
What can Sykes do for you?
You know what the overhead for running a gang is? I gotta get some money rolling in.
Charity is not a favorite virtue of Sykes. Perhaps, though, Sykes can interest you in some work.
Keep talking.
Naturally, as Sykes is currently under investigation by the Stillwater PD, this is, of course, hypothetical. But if there was a car out front containing a loose woman, and if he were to provide an environment where said woman could entertain lustful individuals, all while maintaining their privacy, Sykes might be able to pay you in cash or in trade.
Cash is good.
Looks like we have ourselves a partnership, no?
Partnership, nothing. I'm just driving around your hose.
Yeah, this cutscene's just kind of whatever. Not that the other one was amazing, but I liked it slightly more. That being said, the reward for this one is actually stored vehicle delivery. So that's actually pretty damn good, and I'd recommend doing that one actually. Honestly, yeah, better reward. I just
Makes perfect.
like the cutscene of the other one slightly more. Not even by much, really. Thinking about it, I think I probably wasted my play of Escort, but quite frankly, I don't want to play through another 6 levels of Escort, so yeah, I just did the one.
Is this normal?
Oh yeah, we just been in our safe amounts of radiation.
Then why are you in a hazmat suit?
No reason.
So what can I do for you?
Well, for some stupid reason, City wants to shut this place down. They say it's not safe.
What?
I said they think it's not safe.
And that's bullshit?
Sure.
So what you need me to do?
You gotta go out there and tell Stillwater so bad the media is worried about the thing. It's not a meltdown. I mean, possible meltdown.
No problem.
So your rewards for this one are the Flamethrower and the Annihilator RPG, respectively. As for the other ones, let's see. Well, while we move towards the police station, let's see, the other ones were... Let me look down the list. I believe that's Trailblazing. I know we did that one. Okay, Trailblazing was notoriety for the Brotherhood. That's useless now. And, let's see, what did we do first? Crowd control. Okay, that one is pepper spray and a chainsaw. Potentially pretty useful, I guess. Right, so we're returning to the police station. I probably would have done this on purpose either way, but I did legitimately forget there was one thing I actually forgot to pick up once you're done with the wiretaps. So yeah, I do have to make a correction because I forgot. You do need one more thing. You can't just listen to the wiretaps in order to get Dex's number. And also, what do you mean nobody's attacking me? Yeah, that's right. Nobody actually attacks you if you just waltz in undisguised. Even if you go to the area that says restricted on it. Yeah, nobody actually cares. They cared more when I was a repair person. They just really didn't like the repair people, apparently, but yeah, you can just waltz on into a restricted area. And you can also waltz in to the chief's office, which is over here. So yeah, if you didn't get this the first time, you probably have to re-listen to the wiretaps, but somebody's having a good time. Yeah, this is the final spot. This is Julius's file. As a note, though, if you have purchased the DLC for the version that has it, so, you know, the 360 version, you will actually just automatically have Dex's number. Once again, I think it's after Appointed Defender you're able to do this. So yeah, you don't actually have to go to the police station and listen to the wiretaps, which I don't know why they did that. I mean, I guess to be fair, the DLC kinda stems from what we're going to be doing today. But also, you're losing a lot of context if you don't listen to the wiretaps. You'll get a little bit of it back, but I think it's better to just go to the police station yourself and listen to those. Like, it's genuinely more interesting to run across that sort of thing, and then just sort of have to grapple with it on the spot. Or if you never actually played Saints Row 1 and barely have an idea of what happened to it, I guess it's kind of not that important. You've already lost a bit of context. A lot of getting those wiretaps, you know, involves a lot of emotional investment you might have in the first game. But yeah, we finally plucked up the courage, and we have the time to pick up Dex's number.
How you doing, player? If you've gone through Troy's files, you know that Julius set you up. Meet me at the old church, and I'll tell you where to find Julius.
So yeah, like I said, I probably would have left those files behind anyway, because I think it makes more sense if we didn't just do that. Because Dex knows we looked through the files, so clearly somebody, you know, realized we'd gone through those wiretaps in the first place. And he's actually set up an appointment, so hey, let's go talk to our old buddy Dex. I mean, look, he's a sellout, sure, but maybe there's actually a secret reason behind all of this. I mean, look, the Saints weren't doing too great after Playa exploded, so, you know, maybe it was just the best opportunity, but he's gonna, you know, apologize to us, and we're gonna get back together and, you know, figure out what to do about Julius and what we're gonna do about Ultor. He's probably on the inside, right? He's probably a mole on the inside. Yeah. I'm deluding myself, aren't I? Well, let's hope not. Let's see what the cutscene has to tell us.
The fuck took you so long?
You ain't Dex.
Neither are you.
You look different, did you?
I didn't do shit to my hair.
You pulling a gun on me?
Well, I didn't have time to plant a bomb in a church, so this'll have to do.
You don't know what the hell you talking about.
Why don't you educate me?
I don't gotta explain shit to you.
This is where we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
Why don't you just put the gun down? We both know you're not gonna use it.
Not yet.
Stop!
I never thought I'd see you beg, Julius.
I'm not begging. I'm trying to talk some sense into you.
I'm done listening to your bullshit.
Put it together. Dex wanted us in the same place.
Yeah, and why do you want that?
Can we kill each other later?
Alright, so say hello to a tough mission.
Dex sent the Masako. Looks like he means business.
The hell's Masako? So anyway, right, this one is pretty tough. Checkpoints, what are those? So yeah, we've pretty much got the toughest enemy type in the game. Masako soldiers are heavily armed and armored. There's a lot of them, and let me tell you, they've got some pretty good vehicles available as well. Honestly, the foot soldiers aren't too bad. It really is the vehicles where you're gonna have a bit of trouble. They've also got helmets on, so headshotting them is harder, but, you know, it's not impossible, so I can pull it off. Right, so we finally got a name for Ultor's little private security forces, and that's Masako. So this isn't something I have too much knowledge on myself. Geez, they're really going all out. This is something I had to look up. But, the term Masako, and also just Ultor in general are actually a reference to one of Volition's other games. So if you didn't know, Volition is also responsible for the Red Faction games, which oddly enough I haven't played. They do sound interesting, I just haven't gotten around to playing any of them ever. But people are typically pretty fond of them, so I'm sure they're good work. Anyway though, the Ultor Corporation is actually an entity in Red Faction. So the fact that they're here in the first place, yeah, that's actually a reference in of itself. They're in multiple games, which is kinda neat. Obviously, they're gonna be different corporations, because, you know, they were just a clothing company at the start here. Don't know what they do in Red Faction, but I'm guessing they're a little more ambitious, though. To be fair, at this point in time, Ultor is pretty ambitious as well. Oh, jeez. Right, so we've got, Gatling over there. Yeah, so the helicopters in this mission are pretty much gonna be the bane of your existence. These are absolutely the things that kept killing me over and over again. I had like 3, 4, maybe 5 attempts at this, and all the time it was just the helicopter killing me. Anyway though, yeah, so, Ultor is a reference, but so is the Masako unit. Masako was apparently, the leader of a group of mercenaries working for Ultor in, Red Faction, the first one, I wanna say? Just Red Faction regular. No gorillas here. We just do normal warfare. We just stand in front of each other with bayonets and shoot each other. That's probably how that game goes, right? I think she's also like the final boss of that game as well. I think she's like the quote-unquote main villain. I mean, obviously the corporation's the main villain, but you know. She's the person you actually have to kill to beat the game, to my understanding. So yeah, that's kinda neat. I like how they just have those little named references there. Doesn't really matter overall in like a storyline thing. If you're one of those people who care about lore, it's just a cute thing they're doing, because, you know, they do both games, so much like somebody being named Sid in Final Fantasy, it's just a name reference. Again, it's probably a little more meaningful if you've played Red Faction. You can just point to the screen and go, oh damn, I know those guys! Oh, Masako, I've heard of them. Damn, that was just a person before, and now it's just a whole mercenary unit? Jeez. Well, actually, they're not mercenaries here, they are a hired force. They are very distinctly an entity that belongs specifically to the company. Though I'm going to guess... Why would you drive here, you idiot? You're not going to solve the problem. Anyway, this is the main helicopter that killed me every time. Yeah, those missiles are bastards. But yeah, I'd imagine in Red Faction it's probably just a case of like... God damn it. It's probably a case of like, you know, it's a mercenary unit, but it's so closely tied to Ultor that it might as well be an arm of Ultor. Oh, we did? Okay. So yeah, that's why I won in this version. The helicopter just died for some reason, and I don't know why. The pilot just fricked it, and they died. It was a much more impressive battle in my 360 file, in that I actually did something, but that's not the end of this fight.
What do you say we get the hell out of here? You shoot.
And yeah, I'm doing this twice. Sue me. I don't get a lot of opportunities to use this song.
You might like it, I see.
Alright, so yeah, we have a guided missile now, which obviously you're going to have to be careful with this one. If somebody gets too close to you, don't use this weapon or you'll blow up your own car. And Julius does have a nice car, so I don't know, maybe don't dent it up too much. But yeah, at this point, I don't think there's actually a checkpoint. I never needed it, but I don't recall seeing checkpoint reached. I will have seen it in editing, so if it's a thing I missed, then so be it. But yeah, I would say this is the easier portion, but it's not a gimme. You do have to try. You gotta pay attention, and absolutely pay attention to those helicopters more so. Like the one over here that tries to ambush you by being ahead of you. Oh god, there was a second one. There were 2 sneaky helicopters, I saw that missile. Or was that just... Nope, that's definitely a helicopter. That came from the air. That was not a land vehicle doing that. Oh, you are in a bad place. Why did you keep driving in our direction? I swear, people in Stillwater just have a death wish today. Why are you following us? This is the worst car to be tailing in this entire city. Don't follow the guys who have helicopters after them. Oh, you are in the worst spot. Why are you there? Damn it, they figured out my blind spot. Oh, that was bad. So I will say, Julius didn't want to be part of the gang problem anymore, but, he's not driving like he wants to keep the city safer. I know we're in a desperate situation, but you're driving like me, Julius, and apparently you have a problem with the boss. Apparently you wanted to blow up Melissa, so I don't know, maybe drive a little better. Maybe run over fewer pedestrians if you want to make a point. Alright, and here's the part where we get to the theater. Now, technically speaking, all you have to do is destroy the helicopters, but you know what? We are surrounded by guards. Let's just shoot these people. So yeah, we're just gonna make our final stand here, surrounded by Ultor soldiers. Man, it's too bad we hate Julius now, cause this is absolutely a thing we should be doing with buddies. We're gonna be bragging about this to Gat later, let me tell you. He is gonna get FOMO so hard, knowing how we just took out most of Misako.
Just like old times, player.
Yeah.
Jesus. I thought we were past this.
Not by a fucking long shot.
Don't you get it? The Saints didn't solve a goddamn thing. Drugs were still being pushed. Innocent people were still getting killed. All we did was turn into vice kings that wore purple.
Jesus Christ, you sound like a pussy.
I sound like someone who's not a sociopath.
You want to be the killer with a conscience? Fine. Drop your flags and write a book like King. But you never should have came after me.
You telling me, if I would have asked you to walk away, you would have said yes.
Fuck no, this is my city.
Jesus. You haven't learned a goddamn thing.
Wrong. I've learned that being in charge is better than being a bitch who keeps her mouth shut and does what she's told. Your time's over, old man.
What's happened to you?
I woke up.
You owe me, player. If it wasn't for me, you would have died on that street corner.
If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have been in a goddamn coma.
But I guess that makes us even.
Not really.
Okay, so out of all the terrible things the boss does in this game, that feels like the worst one. Also, yeah, no jokes in the headline either. It's just, yeah, no, museum guide found dead. Like I said before, like, the reason Marrow is Marrow is because, like, you'd start to feel sorry for anyone else. He's the only guy tough enough to withstand all that, and still be enough of a prick that you kinda wanna fight him still, but ugh. I mean, like, maybe Julius is kinda cold towards the boss, sure, but, like, he's got a reason to. He knows her too well, and he's right about her. But clearly the years haven't been kind to him. And I feel like he seemed like he wanted to move past all of that to a certain extent. I don't think he ever would have accepted the boss, because he clearly doesn't like the Saints anymore, but he's gone through hard times, and, well, I mean, I don't think his deal with Ultor helped him any. I mean, clearly it didn't. Like, Dex set him up to die alongside us. And supposedly he was, you know, somebody who turned over a new leaf and wanted to make amends for starting the Saints and getting a whole lot of people killed. But in the end, that wasn't good enough for Dex, who I guess is now just top of our shit list because he tried to ambush us. But unfortunately, the boss never did forgive Julius. Which again, Very strong character building, but also, oh, that doesn't feel good at all. That is the one that just feels real bad. Again, most of the gangs are built so you don't feel sorry for them. But that right there, if you uncover everything and get to this point, that's the one where you do really feel bad. Even knowing he tried to blow up the boss on a boat. I get his reasoning, and I don't think it was right, but he didn't deserve that in the end. So I guess now that that's done, we'll end this episode off by finally taking a look at some of Julius's work.
Hello, and welcome to Stillwater Memorial Church. My name is Julius Little, and it's no secret I've wasted many years of my life being a part of the gang problem here in Stillwater. Fortunately, the Ultor Corporation has given me a second chance. Join me as I take you through the past and future of Saints Row. Founded in the 1800s, Stillwater always was a city of great diversity and promise. But the peak of Stillwater came in the 1970s. While the downtown area was as popular as ever, the crown jewel in Stillwater's crown was the district of Saints Row, a testament to architecture and urban planning. Mission Beach was the most prestigious neighborhood to live in. However, the peace and tranquility was shattered when Alejandro Lopez moved to town. Backed by Colombian drug czars, Lopez not only controlled the vice trade, but he created the first major street gang in Stillwater, Los Carnales. Los Carnales spread like a cancer. Within months, Lopez's empire was spread throughout Stillwater. One of the neighborhoods that was hit the worst was Sunnyvale Gardens. The Carnales swept through Sunnyvale demanding protection fees, pushing drugs, and bringing gang warfare to the streets. Tired of the violence in his neighborhood, my childhood friend Benjamin King organized the kids in Sunnyvale to stand up for themselves, and the Vice Kings were born. Fueled by their desire to take back their neighborhood, the Vice Kings surged. In a matter of days, Sunnyvale was free of the Carnales. But Ben King didn't stop there. Over the next months, the Vice Kings and the Carnales battled for control of Stillwater. And while the Carnales were reduced to a fraction of their former glory, the cost had been high. Not only was Stillwater torn apart,
The city looks better,
but Ben King
but
had
it
grown
sure
accustomed
don't smell
to power
better.
and refused to give it up. Rather than continue to be a leg breaker for Benjamin, I dropped my flags and moved to Saints Row. Sadly, my retirement was relatively short-lived. As the years went by, Benjamin King started to direct his focus to legitimate business ventures, and his criminal empire suffered for it. Not only did the Carnales regain their strength, but a new gang, the West Side Rollers, also tried to make a name for themselves. For a while, these three gangs tore each other apart. But once the violence spilled into Saints Row, I had to do something. Like Benjamin, I gathered the people of this neighborhood and gathered them in this very building Here is where the 3rd Street Saints were born. During the reign of the 3rd Street Saints, this building was no stranger to violence. And what few pews remained in the condemned church were often stained with blood. But what was the epicenter for violence in Saints Row has since become an icon for rebirth. After Alderman Hughes' assassination, one of my lieutenants, a strategist named Dex, accepted a job at Altor and made it his first order of business to return this building into the icon it was in the 70s. After painstaking and exacting restoration efforts spanning 2 years, Altor is proud to open these church doors once again. At a time when our city was shrouded by fear and apathy, the Altor Corporation took a stand when no one else would. By working closely with Monica Hughes, Altor created an urban renewal program that not only created jobs and housing, but created safety as well. The Saints Row you are now standing in is the furthest thing from the violent streets of yesteryear. And with your help, it will never turn back.
Rents, lowering, gunshots.